So you want to be a Disney princess? Come along onto an adventure into the unknown. Now the first thing you'll need is a quirky outfit that says you're not like the other girls, you're a Disney princess. Great! Now we just need an animal sidekick and you're all good to go.
Hi. Can I interject? Wearing a quirky outfit and having an animal sidekick doesn't make a Disney princess a Disney princess.
It isn't?
No, but I can teach you the methods if you want to learn, I guess.
Yes, but I am still gonna wear this because it's super comfy.
I invite you to just pull up a chair as this video proudly presents. Now, Disney princesses have been around for a very long time. They've become a staple of pop culture. After watching 19 of them back to back, some patterns start to form. Now, this isn't a subjective tier ranking video. We're objectively deconstructing these films. Now, if I do say something negative about your favorite Disney princess movie, I'm not trying to offend you. You can like the movies you like. I'm not here to rain on your parade. Now that the disclaimer is out of the way, I'm ready as I'll ever be. Now, if it's the first time in forever you're hearing about the Golden Fleece genre, let me explain. The Golden Fleece is a concept of storytelling that sees a character go on an adventure and then wind up finding themselves. Movies like The Wizard of Oz, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, Back to the Future, and Star Wars are basically the same movie. I know, we're entering a whole new world of storytelling here. And if you're asking yourself, what else can I do with storytelling? I would recommend that you pick up this book called Save the Cat, where you'll learn about this concept and many others that will help your storytelling ability. Now, for a Golden Fleece to work, it doesn't matter how flashy the action scenes are or how many steps the character racks up. It's more about the self-reflection that the person goes on. So a good Golden Fleece story is one that sees the obstacles in their way, actually tackling the issues that they're dealing with inside. A Disney princess story as a whole looks like this: the desire, an obstacle or two, the revelation, and then the happily ever after.
So I have a question. So, if all the Disney princess movies are the same, then why do some feel more refreshing than others?
That's a good question. The answer to that is that those films know how to use the concept of give me the same thing, but different. Now, the Golden Fleece story is a tale as old as time. It's been around since ancient Greece and will still be around centuries to come. Humans are very good at seeing similarities and calling them out as cliches. And since Disney has been around so long, it has a lot of cliches. Here are my personal favorites. The fake out death. You're gonna take my favorite beloved character away from me. Oh, wait. False alarm, everyone, false alarm. I wasn't crying, shut up. The dramatic villain demise. So is anyone gonna mention what the heck just happened? Oh, nope, we're just gonna gloss that over for happily ever after. All right. It's not like I'm scarred for life or anything. The princess run. That's right, I'm running like I don't have a care in the world and you can't bring me down. Now, to borrow from our dear friend Pocahontas in the song Just Around the River Bend,
what I love most about rivers is you can't step in the same river twice.
The same sentiment can be said about the Disney princess movies. They can be told different. The ones that embrace the Golden Fleece and use as a loose outline are the ones that we would deem as classics. Mulan, Enchanted, and Rayla and Last Dragon all take a sharp turn on the same old. Mulan answers the question, what would it be like if the heroine found her confidence from becoming a warrior? Enchanted asks the question, how would a Disney princess fare in the real world? And Rayla and the Last Dragon asks the question, what would happen if the Disney princess had to sit with her failures? All are successful in their storytelling because they self-reflect and ask the bigger question of where do I go from here? Then we have the one that behind its fair facade, I'm afraid is rather odd. And I feel like it's better to talk about that one in conjunction with our next element. Now, musicals and Disney princesses go hand in hand, and it's been like that since its inception.
Wait! I can't sing, so does that mean I can't be a Disney princess?
That's okay. We can find someone else to sing for you. It's not like Disney didn't do it before with Pocahontas, Mulan, or Jasmine.
That has nothing to do with what I'm talking about right now.
So what I believe you're trying to say is thank you.
No. Can I just go back to talking about I Want songs?
Fine. You don't have to be a stick in the mud about it.
As I was saying, the I Want song is the root of the Disney Princess brand, and it's very important because it states what the character wants. When paired with the Golden Fleece, it gives us a reason why a character would be going on this journey in the first place. This song gives us an internal monologue of what the character's deepest desires are, and in Part of Your World, it's easy to know what Ariel wants. She wants to be free and part of the surface world. And although I don't live under the sea, I know the primal desire of wanting to be in a different place. That's a big part of motivation in these movies, is that it has to be clear so that everyone, no matter if you're 2 or 92, you understand what the character wants. When the desire is clearly stated, this is what the Golden Fleece looks like. It looks like a winding river. And from each princess story, it may look a little different, but every single one of them has the same direction in which way it's going. This method can still work even if the movie isn't a musical. However, it just has to clearly state what the character wants. And in Brave, it is verbally and visually clear what Merida wants. She wants to be able to forge her own destiny. If the I Want song is missing, then we got a problem on our hands. Then the audience will be confused and they'll have to assume what the princess wants. And you know what assuming makes out of you and me. Now in Cinderella, she specifically states that her dream won't come true if she speaks it out loud. Since it's never specifically stated, it never really feels like this movie ever gets off the ground until we get to the ball and the shoe and whatever. That's like halfway through the movie. So the first part of this movie kind of makes me feel like Rapunzel, because I'm like, when is this movie ever gonna begin? Now, remember when we were talking about that film that doesn't quite fit in?
Yeah, but it doesn't do it in like the cool way of doing the same thing, but different.
Correct. And in the ways of the first 2 principles, it tries to actively avoid both of them. Now, I understand that rules are made to be broken, but before you say let it go to the rules, you have to understand why they're there in the first place. And this is where our dear friend Frozen comes in. Instead of serving up the same thing but different, it instead actively avoids it altogether. Now, Frozen and the sequel are Golden Fleece stories. Kind of. The characters go on an adventure, and that's about it. There is no growth or self-reflection here. It's just a bunch of characters hopping from one plot point to the next. So instead of the standard Golden Fleece story that looks like this, Frozen's looks like this. Anytime this movie is met with a similarity from the past, it swiftly takes a U-turn and brings us back to square one. This movie keeps on doing it over and over and over again, and it kinda makes your head spin at the end. Then adding 2 princesses on top of it kinda makes it even more confusing because you don't know whose story this is. Are we following Anna or Elsa's tale? I'm not sure. First film, Anna gets the most screen time out of the 2 of them, so you think that it's her story, but then she never gets the greatest change at the end, so does that mean Frozen is about Elsa? I don't know. Then we got Anna's I Want songs in the first movie that kind of contradict each other. The first one being her desire to have a connection with her sister again in the song Do You Want to Build a Snowman? The second one being her sense of adventure and freedom to go outside in the first time in forever. And in the context of the film, these 2 I Want songs are back to back, making it kind of unclear as to what Anna's biggest desire is. kind of irks me that Frozen and its sequel are almost there. The ending to the first movie is great. Elsa having an I Want song and Into the Unknown and its sequel, setting the whole plot in motion, is a great starting point. Frozen. You can bring something there that wasn't there before, but also don't actively avoid the formula. It works. Find a character to have a desire, have a conflict in there, just let the plot play out, and maybe you can find the colors of the wind, or in your case, the colors of the snowflakes. I don't know. So just like with the fairy tales these movies follow, they have to have a lesson. An answer to the question, what did I learn from watching this? And just like with the I Want song, it has to be clear for all ages to understand. If it's unclear, people are gonna be questioning if this was a big waste of their time. As lovely as the animation is in Sleeping Beauty, the lesson at the end is quite unclear. I'm gonna go with like love conquers all, and that adds to the next thing that the lesson needs to be. It has to be relatable. Because I'm gonna be honest, I don't think there's ever been a moment in my life where that type of advice has helped me in a situation. Has it helped you?
Nope.
Yeah, I didn't think so. From the vast number of princesses we have in this franchise, there are a lot of different morals being told here. Beauty and the Beast teaches don't judge a book by its cover. The Princess and the Frog advises you to work hard for your dreams, but also don't let it consume your whole life. Tangle explains that your whole existence doesn't revolve around one dream. You can go out and find another one after you complete it. Each one of these examples is broad enough to resonate with a large number of people. That being said, don't fall into the same trap of having a similar moral. Then we fall into the cliche category. Now I know some have faulted the latest movies like Frozen, Moana, and Encanto for falling into this category. The main focus of the films are self-expression. A character sings an I Am song like Let It Go, Show Yourself, or What Else Can I Do, which basically states that they're amazing, strong, and powerful, etc. Movies that tackle this subject matter are great, and if one of these songs are your go-to to sing in the shower or in the car, then more power to you. And for the other group of people that are saying that the 90s movies reign supreme, they still fall into the cliche category as well, expressing the ideas of daring to dream and wanting adventure in the great wide somewhere. Again, if songs like Just Around the Riverbed and Part of Your World help you get out of bed and live your life to the fullest, then you do you, man, you do you. But as a note, there are going to be lessons that a Disney princess learns that we may not relate to, and that's okay. It doesn't mean that the lesson that the Disney princess is learning is bad, or the princess themselves is a horrible person.
Whoa. That seems a little extreme. I know I like princesses like Ariel and Rapunzel and Mirabelle because they make me feel heard.
And that's wonderful. The life lessons and the feeling of being heard is what the Disney princess line is all about. And whichever messages or Disney princesses feel like a diamond in the rough to you, then cherish that forever. And don't let anyone take that away from you.
You could always beat them up with a frying pan. That always works for me.
What? No, that is terrible advice. You know what, let's just move on. Cue the next cue card. So put them together and what do you got?
Well, first you're gonna need an I Want song, or a statement that says, hey, this is what I want. Then the princess goes on an adventure and in turn finds themselves. That's just so cute. Then the audience and the princess learn a life lesson and we all live happily ever after. Does that about sum it up?
Yeah, that does.
So what you're saying is, if I dig a little deeper and learn from life's experiences, then I could be a Disney princess?
Sure, you can live like that. I do think it's important to note that you can't specifically become like a cartoon, right? Like, it's important to me that you know that.
I'm gonna be a princess. I got the quirky thing down. I'm gonna be a princess. I got the quirky thing down.
Okay, well, that's all I gotta say about that. Pop quiz for you people. How many Disney references did I make throughout this whole video? Because I am 100% not sure. I felt like I put a lot in there, so either that was extremely annoying or you didn't notice. So go watch the video again for that. So if you learned something new, then maybe consider liking this video or sharing it with a bud, because then it'll help YouTube know that this channel actually indeed exists. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you when I see you next. All right, toodles. Okay, before you ask me in the comments, yes, I did buy this sweatshirt just for this video. And my golly, I had fun with it. So if you want to see more quirky characters like this, let me know. Skedaddle, get out of here. All right, bye.